Welcome to Mr. Blue Football Analysis. Barca went into this game under resurgence after knocking Napoli out of the Europa League. And Athletic Bilbao didn't cause them any problems in this game, which Barcelona controlled from start to finish. In the end, Xavi will be very pleased with a 4-0 victory thanks to goals from Aubameyang, Dembele, De Jong and Depay. Barcelona lined up in a 4-3-3 that saw a few variations during the match. Xavi given freedom to get forward, while the mature Pedri dictated the game from deep at times. Athletic Club started with a 4-4-2, and it didn't deviate too much from here throughout the game. Barca were able to have the ball in their own half, as Bilbao were not interested in pressing. They controlled possession and matched Bilbao's 4-4-2 shape with a 2-4-4 shape by making sure that their wide players held the width. This meant that Barca players needed to be very mobile to find space. To create an opportunity to bring the ball out of defence and into midfield, Busquets would sometimes act as a third central defender, and this created space for the defender with the ball to advance into midfield and play a pass to a wide area where Barca had good numbers. In the case that Bilbao defended even deeper, the centre-back could find a pass directly to a winger in the spaces out wide. Although Barca concentrated most of their attacks down the left, with 45% coming from this side, it was down the right that Barcelona looked dangerous. It was when Bilbao were drawn to the left that Barca could switch play with a long diagonal ball out to Adama Traore, often leaving him one-on-one with the fullback and a chance of hitting a ball across the 6-yard box. When Barca had controlled possession, Xavi would move into the front line to make up a 5-man attack. It was then Dani Alves' role to act as an inverted pivot and cover the spaces in central midfield to prevent a transition. With Bilbao still operating with a back four, this could see Xavi move unmarked into the box and stretch Bilbao's defence with a front five. This front five was started by having Pedri drop deep to make up a back three. From here, Dest would advance down the wing and into the front line. This was because Pedri is more comfortable on the ball and there is less chance of him allowing a transition. Once in this position, Pedri would be able to find a long pass down to Dest or switch the play over to Traore. He would then move into the midfield line alongside Busquets and Alves as Barca attacked with a 2-3-5. The role of Dani Alves can be seen in two ways. The first way is that he provides cover in the midfield and prevents transitions, and it can also be seen as a way of freeing up space for the right-sided attacker, who is either Traore or Dembele, both of whom have pace to burn. At 1-0, Athletic Bilbao adopted more aggressive tactics as they started to press Barca closer to their goal. This is where Busquets dropped between the centre-backs to make up the extra man. If the midfielder had tracked him, it would have opened up a pass to a number 8. The fullbacks and the wide attackers held their width to make the pitch as big as possible. Bilbao's pressing actually played into Barcelona's hands by allowing more space for their newfound pace in attack to run into. In a very unlikely Barcelona tactic, the defenders would launch long passes into spaces behind Bilbao's defence. As the game went on and after the substitutions, Barca stopped dropping one of their 8s into the back line and instead adopted a more conventional 4-3-3 shape. The advantage of this was that they could use their number 8s to create passing triangles in wide areas with the fullback and wide attacker. This saw Barcelona overload and control the wide areas and get the wide attackers or fullbacks behind the defence. However, one area that let Barcelona down today was on the left. There was often a lot of space created for Dest down the left, but a lack of control and the desire to cut back onto his right foot meant that chances were often lost, with the Bilbao defence getting into positions. Alba will have more impact when he comes back. The use of the number 8s was seen in Dembele's goal. The two number 8s are occupying Bilbao's defence, and this has left Dembele in acres of space on the left. It's too late for the Bilbao defence to get back, and it's here that Barca secured their victory. A very effective display from Barcelona, controlling the game from start to finish. In this game, Barca showed that with their new signings, they have added another dimension to their game. Barca now move into the top 4, and they have a game in hand over the teams above them. Thank you for watching.